Hey everyone, Snow84 here with a Transformers Siege review. In this review, I'll be looking at Voyager class Springer. And he is an excellent figure. He is one that I put on my most wanted, my top 5 most wanted Siege figures. And he was my most wanted. Out of the figures we knew were coming out, he was the most wanted figure. Above Omega Supreme, above Jetfire. I put this guy. That's because I always wanted a good G1 accurate Springer. And does this deliver? Yes. Does it deliver to the hype I gave it? I'm going to say no. Is it still an excellent figure? Yes. It really does not disappoint. I don't know why. Maybe I just got myself too hyped up for the figure. But it is still, I say, the best official Springer we've gotten. People love their Thrilling 30 Springers. And it is an excellent figure. I'm not knocking that in any way. If you like that figure more than this figure, then more power to you. It was an excellent toy, one of the best transforming figures I've ever had, along with their version of Sandstorm that came out. But I wanted something that evoked G1. That Springer from Thrilling 30 evoked IDW, which was still an excellent figure. But this is what I wanted, and I'm happy to have it. And let's just take a look at him in all his glory. Lots of excellent colors. This is more of a blue-gray going on the legs. Sort of a, I want to say a pale yellow. It's really hard. Yellow-green, pale yellow-green, pale green kind of color here on the legs. Olive. Man, that's what I'm going for. Olive. Then he's got green here, yellowish, orange up around, and then dark green in certain places as well. Head sculpt. And I got this guy out of the package. I was like, that is probably the most accurate G1 cartoon head I've ever seen on this, guys. It is a beautiful head sculpt, and we'll just put him right here, and we'll compare him with the animation model, which I know is not accurate, but I'll just show you what you're looking at here. Now, I do like this figure a lot. He does have the battle damage paint, which I'm not too crazy about. That's something I've been saying. I'm not for that, but overall, it does not really detract from the look of the figure. Now, he has a little bit more on him than, say, some of the other figures. But this is Springer. He is a wrecker. He is going to be, wanting to battle. So he's going to get down and dirty. He's got a lot up here on his shoulders, which are the front of his car and helicopter. And also the front here, which makes the front of his vehicles as well. And back here on his legs, because he's probably going to be in the battle. He's going to be stomping in it. He's going to be kicking. And also the back of the car and helicopter mode. Overall, 360. He's also got some on his backpack, which I'm going to call his turtle shell. But he is an excellent figure, and one I really like. Now, we'll do some quick comparisons of the figure real quick with some other figures. This is G1 Springer. Not the same. You see as G1 here, he's got the different kind of shoulder pads in the toy. More mechanical looking with the stickers you apply and everything. Here I'm with Siege Optimus Prime, who's also a Voyager, but is bigger than Springer, which I am a-okay with. Does this Springer fill in the gap in your masterpiece collection? And we'll bring an MP10 to show that off. Does he fill in that gap? I ain't going to pan up. I know I'm being sarcastic. It is with Power of the Prime's Hot Rod. This is the one that came with the Evolution's Leader Class Rodimus Prime. This is just the Hot Rod that came out of it. He is a good stand-in for a Rodimus Prime. It's pretty much a Voyager height. You call it a small Voyager. And of course now he is exactly the same height as that Springer. We can bring in the Leader Class Ultra Magnus. Here's Generations RC. Dakar Legends Cup. Dakar Legends Blur. Power of the Primes Retgar. And here is Wheelie. Pretty much you get your movie cast going right there. I say they all fit in. They all look really good together, honestly. I dig it. Okay, now he comes with weapons. He comes with 2 pistols right here that you actually can combine together. This one has a hole. Let's plug this in right there. So you can have one long blaster. Or like I say, you can separate and have 2 pistols. You can store these on his robot. Just stick them down here on his legs if you want. I find that as a good storage place to stick them when they're not in use. He also comes with 2 swords, and they can be held in his hands. Everything plugs right into their hands. You know, I didn't know if I had to really show that off, but they also can be stored on his back. There's little gaps right here, and these little tabs on his back where they will sit. They don't sit very snug, so it's easily just a knock them off. But they also go with this to form the helicopter blades, which all you do here is they just tab right on in like this. And this right here can also be stored on them as well. Articulation on Springer in the legs. It's got rotating hips up here, so you can get out to there and back till you hit the shell. It's got upper thigh swivel, deep knee bends, kick himself, out to the side, do the full splits. He's got deep ankle tilts. So deep, he can just break them right off. Oh. All right. He has a waist swivel. You get to about there. I wouldn't really go much further because every time I have his mushroom peg in torso, it just pops right out of his waist. He's got shoulder articulation to there. There's no 360. I'm sure if you wanted to really push it, you might be able to get it, but I'm not going to risk tearing something up. Upper bicep swivel. A little more than 90-degree elbows. He also has wrist swivels. His head, 360s around. It wobbles to and fro. There's not really much of an up and down, just sort of a wobble up and down. And if you really want to evoke this G1 toy shoulder pad aesthetic, it is doable. Just pull this piece out to make it even. Leave this piece tucked if you desire, because otherwise it's right behind his hand. And then fold this down. That's if you desire a more toy aesthetic. And you have that. And it doesn't really hinder anything. You still get the shoulders out to here. You still don't get the 360. You get elbows. You don't really have your bicep swivel unless you bring his arm fully out. Then you got it. But if it's in it, you don't have it. But just saying, that kind of evokes the G1 toy look. Alright, so let's get this Springer into his vehicle mode. So he's a triple changer. We'll go for the car mode first. So what we're going to do is untab this, bring it up, open it up. You can see here is a spot for his head. This is going to come up and around it. So turn his head, have him look to the back, pull his arms out and to the side, fold these down, bring this up and over like this. There's this, how this is shaped, there's one big long piece which will fit right in here. There's these two little tabs or pegs, which you can plug your blast effects on when he's in remote mode, he's getting shot or something. They will go underneath this and tab in underneath here. So we'll just get this around his face, get this to lock in on that, and get this tab in under like this. Keep these down and flat. They can be popped off, but don't worry, they'll snap right back on. You see this piece right here? You want to get this into this little gap, and there's this gray hinge back here, which you're going to come back here, take this. Then you want to get this to pop backwards like that. Bring it down, and then you can put this into there. Get this piece back out. We'll finish up on his arms. Come in here, take this piece here, unfold it out to this piece all the way out. Take his arms. You want to straighten this up, and this comes down, straighten all the way. And the peg here, we're going to the back side of his hand, like so. Same on the other side. Straighten his arm, bring it down, tap it in, and you're good to go. We'll bring this up and just sort of get it out of the way for now. We'll come down here and we're going to focus on his legs. So what we want to do is we want to take his feet. If you say you're looking out this way, bring them out like this. You want to untab this for a second to untab this piece here. There are these little fins in here. We want to get these out, bring them around, tab this back in. Then you can take this piece and you can tab it back in. So we come over here. So you want to untab, so you can open this one up, pull this out, tab it back in, tab this back in. There you go. Come over here to the back side. Come over to his knees. Keep this straight, but you want to pop his second knee joint. This little blocky tab goes right in there. You bring his leg up and around. This little piece here, how it's shaped, fits directly into here. So let's get that up and under this. Now it just kind of fits right in there. Do the same on the other one. There's just tabs here, which you will tab his legs together. Be careful because I'm already getting stress marks on mine from repeated transformations. It locked in very, very tight. It's very hard to untab. It's gotten easier now with repeated transformations, but you can see it's come at a price. Level everything down. Come to his arms. This piece here will tab into the slot here. Then you want to take this piece, you want to take this piece here. It will go right up into this little gap up top. Lock it in. Tab that in. Same on the other side. There we go. Come to this piece here. There are these tabs here and back here. The front ones tab into these slots, and that part will go into the back here. So get it all lined up. Get it up to crunch all in together. And there you go. There is Springer's vehicle mode. And he rolls okay. He's kind of scrapes a bit from his waist here to these little tabby pieces. And of course, with all the ports on the figure, you can tab these weapons into any of these. You can put them up here in the front. Or you also can take them, plug them back here in the back. Spots here. Or if you wanted to make a turret, take this, stick them in here, this piece out, take these pieces off. The gaps, there's the little tabs. And then you can take this, peg it in at the top, peg it in here. Now he has a rotating turret. You don't have to use the swords if you don't want to. That's just whatever you want to do. But it's an excellent vehicle mode. I do like it. Now to get him into his helicopter mode, it's fairly simple from here. Take this back shell piece, pull it up. I want to untab his legs. Pull them out. Fold them down. Lock them back at the knee. Come up here. Untab his arms. Just keep them out of the way for now. Here at the hip, bring this up. And this is going to untab from this middle piece. Same on this one. You want to bring them down. And as you're looking at them this way, now we're going to open, bring this foot around. And then you want to untab this. This piece here will now come down and all the way around. This piece, tab it back in. Same on the other side, bring the foot around, untab, bring this down and around all the way, tab this back in. So now you want to get to where these fins are on the other side, so you up at the thigh swivel. You want to rotate just the thigh swivel. So first, the front of his thighs are now facing the rear. Like this. There's a tab here. There's a tab in this piece and a tab here. So it's all about lining them up. So above. And then tabbing them together. Open this back up. Take this piece here again. Now you can untab it, bring it around. You know, we'll just go underneath all this. All right, now with the arms, we're gonna make them for the helicopter. We want to raise this piece up, bring this down. This piece here is gonna come out and around. This one likes to pop off. As I was saying, it's just this one arm. I was just gonna show you all this. So when I have to do this, I have to hold this piece in until it flips over. You flip it over, and this whole dark green piece will then pull out. Close this back down. Take this back in his hand. Piece here will now spin around. Do the same on the other arm. Open this up. Pull this piece out and around. Pull it out. Close it up. Spin it around. This tab here will now tab in to here. So we just want to get this all. This. There you go. Same on the other side. Bring this down. Fold it up. Catch the tabs. Close it in. These two tabs here will go into these slots. Tabs in the back will go into the slots right here. So let's line it up. Close it up. There you go. Now you're going to take this piece here. Take the guns off the turret. Form the helicopter blades. And then plug it in. Oh man, free spin. That is probably the best spinning blades I've owned. I'm sure there might be some company has some going. They are excellent. But it is Springer in his helicopter mode. It's very G1. I like it very much. The battle damage really stands out in the vehicle modes because it's all over the front here. It's on the chest, all of this little shell, and then the back of his legs. You can say it's also just dirt or stuff kicked up by his blades. Alright, to put his guns onto his helicopter mode, and you got many ports here as well. Put it here, and yes, it does clear it. You can't put anything up here because it would hit the blades. You can put one on the very top, but it's going to spin with the blades, so kind of makes that one pointless. You also have these spots here on the side. This gun here has these tabs on the side, but each of these little pieces has a little notch. So you can bring it down some. Put this piece all the way in. So then you can bring it up. And it goes around the notch. It goes around the tab. So you can plug that one on either side. It doesn't matter. As the second gun doesn't have any of those tabs, so it can go on either side as well. So now you have the attack chopper. Excellent. Excellent Springer. Here was G1 helicopter. I didn't do the car mode, but it spins pretty freely too. Not as good as this one. Whoa! I'll say this one is still more cartoon accurate, of course, than the G1 Springer here. So overall, I'm very pleased with Springer. I enjoy the robot mode probably more so than his vehicle modes. So overall, I am very pleased with Springer. I'm happy to have a G1 cartoon accurate Springer. He is an excellent toy, excellent scale. And that's one of the big things about Siege is the scale. I like how all these figures are scaling with each other, and just the way the Springer looks in both vehicle modes and his robot mode. I am very, very pleased with. Some of my negatives on this figure is he's got a little bit too much battle damage. He's got paint mishap on his upper thigh, and then there's another one right here onto the green. So that's probably my biggest negatives. It's just also a lot of things like to pop off. One of these pops off when you try to transform it, and that's probably the biggest negatives. Otherwise, he is an excellent figure, and one I'm glad to have in my collection. I want to say thanks for watching. Until the next one, peace out.